In this video, I'm going to show you how to share images with us so that we can get them ready for your website. One of the most important pieces of content that you can get us for your new website is your images. And for some people, this is also the most difficult part of the process. In this video, I'm going to help simplify this process for you. To start, you want to gather all of the images that you want on your website into one folder on your computer. You can see here on this folder, I have a collection of about 20 images here. Now these are just stock photos, mixed of buildings and Alaska scenery and things like that. But for the sake of demonstration purposes, I've put these photos here into one folder. Now there's some things you need to know about the photos that you collect for your website. They need to be large, full-size images. Small, cropped, edited, altered, color-corrected images of any type will not do. We need the original images straight from your camera. You can send us these in JPEG format or GIF or PNGs. But please be sure not to edit, alter, crop, or color correct these images in any way. Images from your phone are actually just fine. But be careful, if you text an image to yourself and then try to use that image for your website, that image may have been compressed and shrunk down in order for it to be texted. So that image may be altered and too small for use. So just be careful. But for the most part, photos from your phone do just fine. Just be sure they're good photos with good, clean, clear backgrounds, good lighting, and good composition. Also, it's best if your images are shot horizontally, or what's called landscape, not in portrait mode, which would be vertically. Now, once you have all your photos into a folder, you want to go about naming these photos in accordance with the pages that they're going to be placed on. To do this, I simply right-click on the images and rename them. I'm using Windows 11, so rename is right here. I can click here to rename the image. Just call this home page. Or another way to rename it is to right-click, and you should see rename image listed here in the submenu. If not, you can click show more options, and you'll see rename here. And again, when you rename it, just simply rename it for the page that you want it to go onto, about. Now, if you have several services, let's say you're a cleaning business and you have residential, commercial, industrial, and environmental types of services. In that case, you want to be sure when you rename your photos, you rename them in accordance with the service that they are representing. That way we know where the photo goes on the web page. So again, just simply right-click and rename the image according to the page and the service that it represents. Now, as you can see, I have renamed these images in accordance with the pages that they'll be displayed on. Please note that if you have an image that you want to be the banner pic, the picture that's at the very top of the page, then please mark it as such. You can see here I have an about-banner. That tells the designer that this is the top image, the banner image. Services-banner. This is the top image at the very top of the page. Home-banner. This tells the designer that this is the banner image that goes at the very top of the page. So if you have a particular image that you want to represent your about, your services, or your contact page, please include a -banner when you rename it so that we know where to place it. Now that your images are ready, be sure to go into your Google Drive. As you can see here in the background, my Google Drive folder is open and ready. Please keep in mind, we will create this folder for you and send you the link. Now, all you have to do is simply click and drag the images that you want in each folder from your folder onto your Google Drive. Here, let me reset my screen up so this is a little easier for us to see. Great. On the left-hand side here are the images that are on my computer in my images folder. On the right-hand side are the folders on my Google Drive that are going to be where the content goes for my website. Now, I'm simply going to click on the images by holding down the Control key, or if you have a Mac, I believe it's the Option key, hold that down and then click all of the images that are going to be going onto one page. In this case, I've selected the About page images. Now I'm going to click and drag those over until the About folder is highlighted, and I'm going to drop them in there. Then I'm going to move on to my others. Here's my contact page images. I'm going to control click all of the images that are going to go on that page, and I'm going to drag them over until the contact folder is highlighted, as you can see here, and I'm going to drop that here, and all of the images upload there. I continue this process until all of the images that I want on my website that I've stored in my images folder on my computer have been dragged over into the Google Drive folder that they belong in. Now, when I open up my Google Drive, here I will open up the window a little bigger, and I go into each folder, you're going to see now those images are there and waiting for the design team to use in the creation of your new website. It's that simple, folks. Just collect the images that you want on your website into one folder, rename them according to the page that you want them to be placed on, and then drag them into the Google Drive so our design team can have access to them so that they can design your website with the images and content that you want on your new site. That's it, folks. Thanks so much for watching, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Until next time, bye.